17, which will be the appointment of officer in charge for the police department. And number 18 will be appointment of new highway crew chief. And then we'll go to 17. So, get on with this fun stuff. It's a reorg meeting. Welcome, everyone. Once a year we go through all the committees and all the appointments and reappoint, make any adjustments. And so here we go. The resident appointments, we have water and wastewater superintendent. So 1-year term, and I would like to enthusiastically make the motion to support to appoint Greg Phillips.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Next is clerk, treasurer, and register. I'd like to table this for now. It's a 2-year term by NICOM rules or laws, whatever. So we did appoint Mary last year. Mary may or may not be retiring in a month or so. So we'll table that for now, and Mary will continue according to as NICOM suggests in their drafts. Let's see, next is resident appointments, acting justice. I need to table this one also. I did talk to Luke Hilbert, who said he was interested, but I really didn't pin him down, so I don't want to appoint him and not have misunderstood that. So we can do that. We'll do that next week. Mayor and board officers and appointments. Budget officer, currently I am the budget officer. Do we have a motion?
I will make the motion to keep Dave Morandi as the budget officer.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Board of Water Commissioners, it's currently the Village Board of Trustees, so I'd like to make a motion the Village Board of Trustees continue as the Board of Water Commission.
Second.
I have a second from Marie. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Next, I'd like to make a motion to extend Trustee Early's position as Deputy Mayor for another year.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Next, we have Audit Committee. I would like to make a motion to reappoint Trustees Early, Miller as committee members, and as the alternate, Trustee Murphy.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
I'd like to make a motion to reappoint Trustee Murphy and Trustee Veloto to Insurance Risk Management Committee.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Next is Representative Town of Phillipstown, which I currently hold. I would like to continue.
I make a motion to appoint Mayor Morandi as a representative to the town of Phillipstown.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
I'd like to make a motion to reappoint Trustee Veloto as a representative to the fire company.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
As representative of the boat club, currently myself and Trustee Murphy are the representatives. Need a motion on that?
I'd like to make a motion to have Mayor Morandi and Trustee Murphy as representatives of the boat club.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
I guess I should abstain
I
on that.
guess I
one.
should check.
Maybe we won't have a Kirk. Let's see, representative of the police department is currently myself and Trustee Early.
Make a motion to continue with Mayor Morandi and Trustee Early as representatives to the Cold Spring Police Department.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'd like to reappoint Trustee Miller as the representative of Putnam County, or as the representative to Putnam County.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Okay.
Going to go a little bit out of whack here for the Rec Commission. We have one vacancy because Joe Curto has indicated to me through emails that he'll be resigning. He, he's a big loss. He's the type of person that you would want on any committee. He's great, and so fortunately we'll be losing Joe from the Rec Commission. So In that vacancy, I would like to appoint Bruce Campbell.
Second?
Give a second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
For the chair for a one-year term, I would like to appoint newly appointed Bruce Campbell as the new chair.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
We have one member, Steve Etta, a long-term member, way back long-term. So he has it's a 5-year term and his expired. He's indicated that he would like to stay on. So I'd like to make a motion to reappoint Steve Etta.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Planning Board, Chair for 1-year term, currently it's Matt Francisco. I'd like to reappoint Matt Francisco. So I'll make a motion.
Second?
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Planning Board members, 5-year term, Dave Marion, terms end. Dave is indicated that he will probably not stay on, but I haven't gotten a resignation letter from him, so.
He will stay on until someone is found to
Okay.
replace him.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to extend Dave Marion's term until we find a replacement.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Historic District Review Board, Chair 1 year, I'd like to make a motion to reappoint Al Zaglinski.
Second?
Second from Marie, I guess. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
HDR members, term for 5 years. Andrea Connors, his term ends. She's indicated she would like to stay on, so I'd like to make a motion to reappoint.
Second?
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Zoning Board of Appeals, Chair for a 1-year term. Cornered Greg on this one, and I'd like to make a motion to reappoint.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The next, I didn't hear back from Greg. I asked him to contact Elliot, so should we reappoint, and then if
Yeah,
he resigns, right? Okay, so I'll make a motion to reappoint Elliot Hammond to the 5-year term.
Second?
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Tree Advisory Board, Chair for a 1-year term, it's currently Jen Zwarski, or Zwark, sorry.
She's sitting right there.
Is she? I'm sorry, I don't know where that came from. I apologize.
Zelinski.
I'd like a motion to reappoint Jen.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
TBA members, term 3 years. Is it Corey Day, or no? Let's see, Charlie Day and Corey Reister. I'm really mangling your board's names. They both indicated they'd like to stay, so I'd like to make a motion to reappoint.
Second?
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Independence Day Committee would like to table for now. I can bring that up at the next meeting. Since Bruce is being moved around, and I'd like to talk about that whole committee. Parking Committee, I'd like to reappoint Anthony Phillips as the chair and as a member, and I haven't gotten in touch with the other members, so I'd like to do that before appointing them. So for now, I'd like to reappoint Anthony Phillips as chair and member.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
And I will get in contact with them, we can do that next week. And advertise when needed. Code Update Committee, Maurice contacted all of the members that are listed. They've all indicated they would like to stay on, so I'd like to make a motion to reappoint.
Second?
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Meetings, monthly meetings on second Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Other meetings on the first and fourth Tuesdays. Make a motion to continue.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
The agenda for the trustee handbook, I'll make a motion to continue.
Second?
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
General procedures for polling special meetings and guidelines for public comment for the trustee handbook. I'd like to continue, I'll make the motion to continue with that practice.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Official depositories is M&T Bank. Appoint authorized signatures. Currently, it's myself, Trustee Early, Trustee Murphy, and our clerk, Mary Sorry. Need a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Equal employment policy, let's see, policy equal employment officer is currently myself.
Make a motion to appoint, continue with Mayor Morandi as the equal employment officer.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
ADA compliance officer, currently Trustee Early. I'll make a motion to continue.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Workplace violence, currently I am in charge of that.
Make a motion to continue with
I'll
Mayor
second.
Morandi as workplace violence representative.
I'll second that one.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ethics policy is per village codes. I would make a motion to continue this policy using the village code.
Second.
Who do we have in second?
Brent.
Brent. All in favor?
Aye.
Procurement and investment policies, it's trustee handbook. This is available online or by request. I move to continue this policy as described in the trustee handbook.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Fees, schedules, building and miscellaneous. I haven't heard of anyone as far as changing any.
And they gave us all the list here.
Okay. So I'll move to continue with the current fee schedule.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Official newspaper, I move to continue with PCNR as the official newspaper.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The Highland Current did a request to be added. I think we will use them as we see as needed. Probably increase that. So we'll discuss that. We need to get some information from them. Jeff was working on that. So for now, PCNR is the official paper. Appointment of village council, currently John First at CMMR. I would move to continue the village's agreement with CMMR.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Authorization, authorizing attendance at schools and conferences. This is resolution number 10, 2017, attendance at schools and conferences. Whereas there is to be held during the coming official year a NICOM's annual meeting and training school, and B, NICOM's fall training, and C, PACE land use training. Whereas attendance by certain municipal officers, officials, and employees at one or more of these meetings, conferences, or school benefits the municipality, now therefore be it resolved, Section 1, that the following officers and employees are authorized subject to availability of funds to attend the aforementioned schools. Mayor and Board of Trustees, clerk, accountant, clerk of justice, planning and zoning, and historic district review board members. Section 2, that this resolution is effective immediately. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to accept resolution 10-217, attendance in schools and conferences.
And do I have a second?
I'll second that one.
Okay, it's a roll call vote. Trustee Miller,
Yes.
Trustee Early.
Yes.
Trustee Murphy.
Yes.
Trustee Bellotto,
Yes.
and I
On
vote
there,
yes.
no.
Next.
No, go
You're tucked under the next.
to the top of the next page.
Let's see.
For you, Mr. Mayor.
Next, consider resolution number 09-2017, accept the audit of justice court records for fiscal year ending May 31st. There was a little bit of a discrepancy at our last meeting. Marie, if you'd like to refrain.
You'll find in your package the updated results of the audit and the resolution itself. Changes were made in 3 or 4? Three.
Sorry, 4.
4, okay. 4 items. We reviewed it today with the court clerk, and we are in agreement with
So, you guys like to make a motion?
it. So I make a motion to approve resolution 09-207, which describes the audit conducted in accordance with the Uniform Justice Court Act.
I'll second the motion.
Discussion? All in favor?
You need roll.
Oh, roll call,
Yeah.
sorry. Here we go, Trustee Murphy?
Yes.
Trustee Early?
Yes.
Trustee Miller?
Yes.
Trustee Veloto?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Thank you, and thank you guys for your time on that. Sure, it's a lot of fun. Next is 26 Garden Street, verified parcel size to be purchased by John and Tara O'Sullivan. Apologize, I did not read it.
This is the same as when
Right.
they had originally sent us a memo of their intent.
Right.
This is, the attorney has requested verification on the size, and that's why that's on the agenda.
What do they require verification
Of the size to be purchased?
The attorney is requested that we verify?
Yes, because they're putting together, our attorney has asked that we verify that, because in their letter, they state there are two options, the 1,180 square feet. If they couldn't do that, at least 680.
So which option are they choosing?
Because we gave them a square foot price, right?
Yeah,
So-
the Sullivans, they want the 1,180 is what they're requesting.
I think it's great.
Weren't they supposed to verify the lot though? Wasn't that up to them to?
Yeah, I thought that they were supposed to come up with the lots and
That was part of they did the meets and bounds and everything went to the
Meets and
attorney,
bounds,
so.
They did it.
Okay, so this is just a request from
This-
their attorney or for,
From our attorney.
Our attorney.
Yes, as they're drawing up the papers.
so we have to just contact them tomorrow,
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
So I'll make a motion to agree on the sale of the 1,180 square foot parcel that they requested at the square foot price that we had set in prior meetings.
Right. And they will bear the cost of the attorney's fees.
Yes.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Next, Tree Advisory Board, we had discussed our last meeting also, Boat Club, or did I miss something? Oh, sorry. Adjustment to Fireman's Service Awards. I think Fran and Maria, where do you have one?
Yeah, LOPAC has identified that the people who they have been covering as part of their price are, in fact, some of them no longer living in the state or unable to perform the duties of firefighter. And so they have adjusted downward the number of people being covered. That means that there's a reduction in our 2017-2018 rate. The amount that's going to be reduced needs to be spread out across the allocation to Phillipstown and the village of Cold Spring. It does not include a lowering of the money from the village of Nelsonville. So I think this is good for us.
Very good.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to make the adjustments to the Fireman's Service Award.
Second.
Go ahead. I'll second that.
Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Against Warwick, is that it? Is that right?
That's Zaworski.
Thank you, Mr. Marandy. So you guys had some questions about the book club. I wasn't here last meeting. I'm sorry, I apologize. About the book club plantings.
Right.
Because my drawing was so tiny.
They have they do have an enlarged version this week.
Oh, they do?
Yes.
Okay. Well, there's not that, you don't really need to read the text. It's just the general layout that you need approval on. So basically, the boat club is offering to donate the shrub and tree material and the labor to plant it, if you guys are amenable to the plan. And our horticulturalist on the board suggested native bayberry because it grows around here. It's great for sort of salty sites and it's very tolerant. Shrub, I have a picture of it if you guys want to see. It's also tiny, so. And the idea would be from the driveway that you enter the property along the fence line and then kind of making a screening for the picnic area where the boat club building used to be. These would grow, they'll be little at first, but they'll grow to, between 6 and 10 feet at maturity if you don't prune them. And you can't really tell the difference between male and female, but the females grow shorter, so we would stagger the planting so that it would look kind of informal. It wouldn't be like a clipped hedge that we'd have to maintain, so that's another
How many are we
plus.
putting in there, do you know?
Sorry?
How many are we putting in there?
I have 30 in this drawing, just based on the measurements, but that's give or
It's gonna
take.
be pretty dense.
Yeah, it would be basically like a, screening for privacy for people who are picnicking there, I guess, and for the neighbors who have to see everybody all the time. And then there's also possibly a large shade tree to go in, like toward the rocky ledge area, so it wouldn't block anybody's views of anything, but would offer shade to that picnic area too. So, and they generously offered to donate the cost of it, which is great, and they did say probably the fence would need to be painted or stained before these go in, because it would be harder to do it afterwards. And I think that there's some movement on their part to donate the labor to stain it if the village would donate the stain. So that would be also a win, I think, for the village, considering. I don't know if you guys have any questions about it or.
So it's gonna be straight against the fence that divides them from the parking lot.
The fence, yeah, that divides them from the parking lot and from the street. So it'd be like kind of an L shape. Basically like an informal hedge. It's not gonna be like a clipped, it'll look like a, these same plants grow at Little Stony Point and, it'll look like a native planting kind of.
Is there any maintenance required, the trees, as they grow?
There's maintenance required of any living thing, including you, probably, but, no, it's not like a clipping thing that needs to be done. It's like, it's minor, that's why these are chosen, they're a native species, so they're sort of low maintenance.
What about watering, Jen?
We'll have to water them the first year or two, and then they're very hardy. They have like these waxy leaves that, they're also called candle plants or something, because if you switch the leaves up, they smell like waxy candles or something, so. These are what were suggested.
Can you ask if, I'm fine with it, or what we'll vote on, but as far as the staining goes, I think we can purchase the stain, we'll have to discuss that, what we're gonna use, and we might have to do the rest of the fencing anyway, so leave that.
Okay.
Them to, do the labor involved, we'll ask them to do the staining.
Okay. I'll ask them. It was just like it's a good offer.
Yeah.
It's nice, I think it's considering all that's occurred between the book club and the village to have like some nice cooperation and goodwill, so the tree board thought it was a good idea.
I'll make a motion to allow the planting of trees being donated by the boat club. With them staining, we'll purchase the stain, and if they'll stain it, that would be great. And talk to us before we move ahead with the staining. But I'll make a motion to allow the planting.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
And then the second, thank you, and the second matter is the remaining funds in the budget for tree removal. So we have very generous people in this village, and I have, Phillips Town Tree Service has offered to remove the 2 biggest concern trees for less than most people would ask. So if you guys can authorize, here's the written, for the remaining funds in the budget, and they'll remove the tree of concern on 37 Church Street, which is very large and hollow, and also the one around the corner from it on Garden Street. If you guys will approve it, then I can go ahead and spend it.
$2,000 for
Yeah.
2 trees, I
Yes.
think definitely for it.
Yep.
So I'll make a motion to accept the bid from Jerry Allen to take down the 2 trees indicated.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Are all of the neighbors all informed of that, especially the one at the end of Church Street?
Well, I've been emailing with her.
What's that?
I've been emailing, she has complained about the tree, and she knows that it's on our list, so, but before we remove it, I'll knock on their door and talk to them.
Okay,
both of
as
them.
long as they know that the condition, because, if you're looking at some different angles, it looks fine or whatever.
Yes.
But
And
so,
I will knock on, not only their door, but, I mean, everyone's sad to see that tree go. It's a very nice big tree, but it's very dangerous at this point, so we've had multiple arborists say it's done.
okay.
So I'll make sure to do some talking to people beforehand, and I'll schedule it as soon as, it's better to schedule it before the leaf's out, it's like less work, so I'll get it done as soon as possible.
Okay. There was a person that said that he had called you and was cutting trees this morning, a tree on Main Street.
Sent you an email.
Did you see that?
No.
But,
You sent me an email?
Sent you an
All right,
email
I
earlier.
haven't seen that yet,
Okay.
so
Take a look.
we can talk to it.
Yeah, just take a look at the email. I'm not quite, I just wanted to know whether or not you had been contacted, or if you could take a look whenever and see if the cutting was okay.
Okay, I'll check my email, I haven't been.
Okay.
The other thing is, what we were talking, just an update, the unfinished areas of Main Street that are sad looking. We're collecting bids, and actually Expanded Supply Products has just given us a very good price on the grass paper materials, et cetera. So I'll give you for the next meeting, like a spreadsheet so you guys can talk about approving that, because now's a good time to finish some of the worst areas that are really eroding a lot right now. So that'll be next week.
Okay.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Jen.
Okay, next, number 17, revised. I'd like to make a motion to appoint Officer Larry Burke as officer in charge, with his appointment starting May 1st.
Second that.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye. Number 18, I'd like to make a motion to appoint Charles Norton, currently a highway employee, to a probationary one-year term as the highway crew chief. Chris Hyatt was terminated as the crew chief on Monday, and I've talked to Charlie, and he's willing to take on the job. And I think he's already in one day done quite a bit of work down there, so I think it's going to work out fine. We will have to discuss filling the vacancy that he's made by moving up the crew chief. So I'll make a motion to appoint Charlie Norton for this probationary one-year period as crew chief.
Second?
Discussion? All in
does,
favor?
Do you have the CDL?
What's that?
I'm just wondering, does he have a CDL, or is that?
No, and it's not part of the requirements, since we'll be putting this out again, so I'm
Okay.
not gonna make a point. He doesn't have one.
Okay.
I've
I didn't
asked
think he
him-
did. I was
I've
just
asked him to get one, but since Chris is no longer with us, we'd have to we could put it out to bid. I mean, not to bid, advertise again
Mhm.
for it, which we don't have to do. Charlie's indicated he's interested, so
Okay.
if I did put it out again, it wouldn't be including a CDL requirement,
I see, makes sense.
since it was so much fun the last time.
Right. Been really nice.
So, do I have a second to the motion?
Yes.
What's that?
Yep.
Lori did.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now 17, we have minutes. Trustees monthly meeting 3/16/17. A motion to accept. Nobody wants to accept?
I wasn't here.
No.
I don't think.
I will make a motion to accept. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, can we, I know it's just a form that we use, but can we get my name spelled right in this?
Again?
Again, yeah,
You can blame that one.
2 L's.
Oh, really?
Lynn Myler.
Yeah,
James track running.
I know it's insignificant.
No. Well, they did it better on the second, on the third page.
Yeah, it's just in this section
They have
right
it.
here that, I'm sure they use timeout.
I got it right on the next one.
Okay.
And I'm abstaining.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. With one abstention? Let's see, did I miss it? There.
Oh, yeah. It is, but not there.
No, second set of minutes.
Okay.
March 27th.
Page
324.
Yeah.
Okay, motion to accept the budget workshop meeting of 3/24/17.
Second?
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah.
We'll be going into executive session to discuss the employment history of specific employees. When we come out of executive session, we'll conduct no further business and adjourn. I a motion to go into executive session.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.